Prophet along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
We got a good show for y'all today. We got a good show for y'all today. I hope y'all tuning in. I know y'all tuning in. First of all, let's shoot the breeze about this Atlanta police officer. Is accused of using excessive force on a woman.
So, the thing with this is one of those things that I would tell a lot of people about jumping to conclusions beforehand. I wish people in general, I don't care what race you are, stop jumping to conclusions because you think you know everything, because you do not. Because when I saw the first tape, the first tape is of the boyfriend videotaping the police officer of going of what he did. And I was like, okay, it was a little excessive, kind of things like that. But then when I saw the full videotape, because the Atlanta Police Department released the body cam of the entire thing of what happened, and I 100% agree with the police officer. I don't care about whether it was a woman or a man. The fact that he told her beforehand, he gave her ample warnings and times to tell her, if you do not sign this ticket, I will have to arrest you by law.
I gotta do my job.
And then after that, she thought she was going to play that card as, oh, well, you're not going to be able to arrest me. If that's my job, I'm not about to get fired. Yeah.
I like how at the last moment, they was like, she's going to sign a ticket. I'm like, you wait till you in the fire. You wait till we right here. About everything about to happen to you right now. I'm about to put the cuss to you. Now you want to switch up. I'm like, why you got to wait till you about to lose? Why you got to wait till...
Oh, you were trying to pull my card. You were trying to see if I was about to...
Yeah, trying to see if I'll do this.
Yeah, I'm like, baby, this is the job. I don't go up to nobody else's job, tell them what they can and can't do with their job. You know what you're supposed to do. As a police officer, if you're doing wrong, I'm going to say, yes, that's wrong.
Right.
But if you're doing your job, I don't care. You're not going to pull the, oh my God, you didn't have to do her like that. Or, oh my God, oh, it's another police brutality. No. This man doing his job.
You minimize. It's like I tell you all the time. You can't pull every card every time because you minimizing the effect. You minimizing it.
Yes.
Because now, see, I told y'all we wasn't doing that, and they got grounds to say it because you sitting over here and you telling me that we use police brutality when you came into it wrong. You openly said in the beginning, I'm not gonna sign that. Do I have to sign that? No. I'm not going to sign that. Yes, you do, ma'am. You have to sign this. No, I'm not going to sign that. If you don't sign this, I have to take you to jail. Okay, whatever. That's your statement. Okay, I was the officer instantly going to take it as, you above the law. Okay, yes. I know how I have to deal with you. When he was dealing with just the man by himself, everything was calm. Everything was docile to do, listening to, okay, this was going on. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, we going to work this out. Let's figure this out. You know, I didn't know. I'm from out of town. She could have easily took that to court and on those grounds and maybe have gotten off. Like, you didn't know. You didn't know you couldn't be in a public park after dark.
First of all, listen, we're going to stop playing this game like people don't know. What you in a public park after dark for? Journey. You know what you in a public park after dark for.
I know what she doing. You know what she doing.
People over here trying to play this game like you don't know. You know for a fact. You're not supposed to be in a public park. And I thought it was like 9 o'clock or something like that. You can't be in the park past 9. They have a big old sign that says 9 o'clock, park closes. Now they have a little gate that comes down in front of it. But what she decided, what she was going to do, we out of town. Like, and you're not going to tell me no other reason. You're not either you doing some freaky stuff in the park or you selling. Pick one. You not going to a park just to go.
Gosh, you got to go straight to selling? Like selling?
Hey, I didn't say she was selling herself. I'm talking about selling drugs. You are either selling.
Okay.
You're either selling drugs or you're doing something freaky in the park.
In the park after dark.
Yes, there's no reason for you to be there. Oh, well, let's take a nice stroll.
I'm just saying, like, if you think about it that way, what's going to be more expensive? This little ticket he finna give you probably $50 or a hotel room. I'd be like, officer, well, can you at least come give me this ticket in about 45 minutes. Let me get this so at least I can get what I came for.
Yes. And I'm cool with that. I was like, I'm cool with that. But she thought she was going to pull the card.
Yeah.
And she was just going, ha, got you. Put the card down. It's like, oh, well, I don't have to do that. Ma'am,
Yes, you do.
learn your rights and quit trying. You have to understand there are there are different areas in doing things. Just because something's a law in Texas doesn't mean it's a law in another county and vice versa.
Right.
Oh, you're trying to go to another state to do some other stuff. But I don't know any states where they say you go to a park whenever you want.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't-
sure maybe in Alaska, because they got that whole like 30 days a day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I can see them being like, oh yeah, you can get the park, but it's cold, I'm sure. So I wouldn't want to do it.
It's below 0 in Alaska.
Yeah, so yeah, it's
If
probably
you
not safe.
outside trying to do something, nah, bro. It's too cold for all
Are there
that.
homeless in Alaska? I'm sure there is.
If they homeless, they won't be homeless for long.
Yeah. They got
Because
plenty
even
of
with a coat, they got bears. They got all
mooses,
the,
they got,
man.
a
They
lot
got
of
all that stuff down there. But she thought what she was gonna do was overexceed the law and say, "Oh, well, I don't have to do that, ma'am." You either he told her though.
My question would be to that: if you saying like, okay, she thought she was gonna step over the law, are there other areas that you feel women in general just overstep and they shouldn't step into that space, or is it just?
See, I want to say, but when I say it, it comes off to some people as sexist. So I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't
Some
care
for
if
the
you think.
people.
I don't care if you think I'm sexist, because my thing is I fight for justice no matter whether it's men or women. Okay. I'll stand up for a man as well as a woman. Now, my thing is sometimes I'm old school.
Right.
Like, I don't believe any woman should jump in a man's face. Like, I saw my wife had posted one thing about they were on the Spirit Airlines and the man and the woman are arguing back and forward in the airport. And she keeps putting her hand on me. He's like, don't touch me. I ain't touch you. Don't touch me. And she was just over there arguing back. And I'm like, both of them are wrong. Then all of a sudden, he was like, he backed up a little bit. She slapped him in the head when another dude came.
Oh.
And she slapped him in the head. So she thought, oh, I could do that because this dude right here.
Yeah.
Dude hauls off and he's like, she tries to run and the dude's trying to block him. He shoves the other dude out the way and he shoves the lady down. And I'm like, was it a little wrong they shoved her down? Yeah. But then I'm like, if we look in the grand scheme of things, you hit me, I hit you back.
Right.
If you big enough to give a lick, you big enough to take a lick.
Okay.
But then I was like, okay, he was pissed about it. Then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of men ran and was like, nah, you can't beat up on a woman. I'm like, you didn't just see her hit me.
Well, that's what be true. I be telling all the time. Men ain't protected like that. It's nobody gonna just come out here and, okay, jump to your defense. She hit you or he hit you with it. Like, we all know where this could go. Because every person that gets hit, ultimately, hey, I have a responsibility to protect myself, preserve my life, preserve my safety.
True.
So if she hit me, I'm well within my rights to hit her back. We don't hit her back because we know what it could be catastrophic.
Very true.
I don't want to hit you because you might end up in a hospital. You might end up injured. For your safety, I don't act on my, primitive thought process. Because in reality, I don't care what tiger, lion, bear, shark, you walk up on something and you hit a stray dog.
Yeah.
It has a great potential to turn around and bite you.
Very true.
We all understand that. It don't matter if you a man, woman, child, don't matter. You don't disrespect them in nature. My nature, the nature of me as a human being, hey, you put your hands on me, I have my right to put my hands on you, but because we are a higher being, a higher intellect, you want me to act on my higher side. You want me to be like, nah, I'm not finna go out here.
And I'm not saying that this man should have been able to just beat up on this woman or anything. I'm not saying that or condoning that. But my thing is, when you put yourself in a certain situation, you have to understand the outcomes
of what goes down.
Like
what could possibly happen.
Like, don't give me this perfect world, because the world's not perfect. If the world was perfect, then You would be just as strong as me. I would have just as many rights as you, and vice versa.
Right.
All that would be perfect.
Yeah.
But we don't. But the thing that made me mad was like, I understand, but all the men were over here like, nah. And then one dude jumped up in his face and was like, oh no, I ain't gonna let you do this, I ain't gonna let you do that. And like, oh, if you wanna fight somebody, fight me.
Anyone, like, I'm just like, you wanna jump and be Mr. Get Bad. But I'm like, you doing it at the improper time.
Yes.
Right now, it should have been a woman jumped up and been like, you ain't gonna put your hands on that man. Why? Because he ain't touch you. You are not in danger in any way. And so you need to speak and speak respect with her. Was her man with him?
No.
But if she did have a man, you as a man, you not finna go over here and approach this man with this foolishness. Why? Because there's a code that we got.
Yes.
You get unruly, he got to deal with me. He ain't gonna deal with you. So let me go handle that, because if I'm gonna go the distance wherever he want to take it, I can go there. But the second you feel like you in harm's way, you gonna back up. You gonna let me get out the way and hand this off to you. So if you're not gonna be the person taking the licks, then I prefer you just let me handle it then.
And that's where I was talking about, because if there was a woman to jump up and say, no, you're not going to do this to this man, right, I wouldn't have a word to say, because I'm like, okay, now we're on fair terms. Like, you keep your hands off him, he keep his hands off of you. But the whole thing was like, oh my gosh, she was just in distress
But it's always in distress. I'm like, why a man be in distress and nobody cares? I'm not trying to sit here and make a pity party for men. No way. I accept the terms in which I live. Because I'm a man, I know majority of the times when I'm doing and I'm dealing, it's my thing. It's my problem. It's my situation. Vice versa. If you come over here into my world and you make yourself my problem, you make yourself my issue.
Yes.
Okay, then I gotta handle you the same way I would handle any other situation, right? Or I'm within my rights if I choose to, go the distance with you.
Like,
within my rights.
For me, I do not put my hands on women.
Right.
But truth be told, I don't put my hands on people in general unless I have to, unless it's a necessity, because I'm that person. I like to fight. If you like, oh, we gonna fight? Okay, bet. I'm gonna try you on it. Okay, let's go to work then.
Right.
But my thing is I never want to be put in a situation where something from the outside can impact me as a person.
Right.
That's why I don't put my hands on women. But if you run up on me, I don't know how this is going to end, and I don't want it to end the bad way.
Right.
Because I want everybody to be civil and happy and nice.
All peace, all respect, all cheer. Majority, if not all interactions I have with people, I want them to go one way. You go home with no injuries, no damage, and feeling good about the interaction. I go home, no injuries, no damage, feeling good about the interaction. However, what I do want these people to know, and what I want the world to know, is there is a great potential when you're dealing with any man, any woman, anybody, to this can go left. And the thing about it is, from getting in fights as a child or adult, whatever, I understand there's damage. Like, a lot of people, you do the whole little hair pulling and you hitting her upside the head, she ain't gonna be down for nothing but a day at the most.
Yeah.
Bruh, I as a man hit somebody the wrong way one time at a bar fight, and that person might not get up.
That's very true.
And it's just is what it is. I'm not saying I'm the most strong person in the world. That's just a majority, if not all men, have that ability.
All right. I'm going to say this last thing, then I'm going to get off of it. Right. I have a shirt that says, teach peace. And then I was like, I'm going to make a shirt to add on to that, because I do believe in teaching peace, but I prepare for war.
Right.
Because I'm going to teach peace to any and everyone. I want nothing but love, peace, and respect for everyone. Right. But I prepare for war. I'm not about to lose. I don't care who you are.
If it come down to it, like I said, I can go the distance. however far you want to take it, I can go the distance. I prefer not to. I prefer us have a short run. This is a short conversation. We get to the peaceful really quick. But if you put me in a space where it's time to go that distance as far as you need to go, then hey, we can go 2 feet apart, walk it out, or we can go 6 feet deep. You make a decision, however far you want to take it. Question: should you keep the past in the past?
Like, if we're talking, are we talking about in relationships or marriage?
Relationship, marriage.
Well, because I say
marriage is a relationship. So.
Well, the reason I look at it like this is because in marriage, there's not too much my wife doesn't know about me. There's, for the most part, I try to let her know because I don't ever want her to guess about certain things. But if you want to know the details of certain things, I'm like, that's not going to do nothing except make things more hectic.
Yeah, complicated.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't care, like, people want to say, oh, well, if I'm your future, then I don't care about your past. Okay, if you don't care about my past, you should never bring my past up.
Right.
You bring it up once, that's because you cared. That's because a lot of men feel that women weaponize their past and things of that nature.
I agree with that. 100%.
That's why most men won't tell you their numbers.
First of all, when I think about it, I be like, there's no significance for you in my numbers. Because some visas hit you with that, well, it's for my safety. No. When I went and got tested, that was for your safety. To make sure I ain't got nothing and I'm finna get in this committed relationship with you. That's the safest you gonna get. Because it don't matter how many people is for me. It's what I have right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's what it is.
And my thing is, and I know there's going to be someone that says, well, men care about women's numbers. Yes, there are some men that care about those things. My thing, where I would tell any woman, don't lie to me.
Right.
And as long as whatever you did in your past will not come to bite me
in the future,
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what you did in your past. I don't need to know because any dude before me, there's too many dudes, so I don't care.
I don't want to know. I'd rather be blissfully ignorant to that whole scenario. Just
now, if you got me, now this is for those people that are just dating or in relationship. If you got me helping this nigga move or this nigga that you been with or anything, if he's seen you naked, don't ask me to do nothing for him.
I don't understand why people don't understand that. I'm like, look, I have no issue with Buddy. But the fact is, you know how dudes be with that slick talk, bro. They be asking you questions about the girl you with, and I'm sitting up here, you gonna feel dumb because I'm like, I don't know that you've been messing with her.
Yeah,
so I'm over here assisting you getting your life back in order, and the whole time you asking me questions about the girl I'm currently with, and I'm like, I ain't putting 2 and 2 together, but I'm putting whatever you got broken in your life back together, and now I'm like, so you think you went in on me twice, and it might not even be that, it might not even go that deep,
but I'm gonna take it.
But my mind already there, because I'm already like, why out of all the people in whatever state, city we in, you reach out to me and you don't know me like that, bro. You don't.
Like, for the most part, dudes don't help dudes they don't know.
I don't want to
because I'm like, you're not in my crew. If you in my crew, if you somebody I know or speak to on the regular,
we already had that conversation, and I would already have known. Oh, my boy was with her.
Yeah.
So if I'm going here, I'm already doing my homeboy a disservice because I'm talking to a girl he used to talk to. So I got to accept whatever come with that. It's like, nah, bro, I can't. You can't have an issue where something break in your house, and I'm like, well, you know, he used to talk to my girl. No, you're talking to his ex-girl. That's your fault.
Yeah.
That's your boy. I'm not finna diminish my relationship with my homie because I'm messing with a chick he used to mess with.
Yeah.
And that's just on principle. Like, hey, look.
On GP, there's certain rules. It's like, I'm not, and this doesn't go because, I'm sorry, the way they make certain dudes now, they unchanged the rules to basically whatever suits them.
Whatever works.
Like, oh, if it's good right now, that's cool. My thing is, I don't mess with my boys' exes. Period.
No.
If you were in a relationship with my boy, that's done. No, we don't.
I'm not doing that.
No.
Not at
But
all.
now, if you like toss-ups, most dudes shouldn't care about because you would.
It's a general unspoken rule. Toss up is a toss up. It's literally it's the quarter flip at the beginning of a football game. Any four people could have been standing there for the quarter flip. Anybody could, and you can't get mad whether the quarter gives you the ball first or me the ball first. It don't matter, because at the end of the day, everybody had the ball.
Yes, you had the potential to get the ball.
Everybody, it was fair game. A toss up is a fair game. But when you start going into I'm finna gal this one, this is gonna be my main chick. At that point, the rules change.
Yes. Now we gotta go by code. Code states that I don't touch your stuff. You don't touch my stuff.
It's a difference. When you dealing with toss ups is like football. That's why they used to play throw up tackle. I throw the ball up. Whoever catches, you running with it.
Yeah.
Relationship is like golf. Your ball is your ball. I don't care what point on the field that ball land. That's Hunter's ball over there. If you in the weeds, that's Hunter's ball. If you in the green, that's Hunter's ball. And you put a quarter down the mark. This is where my ball was. So this is my position with this ball. Nobody come over there and be like, I'm gonna pick up this quarter and put my ball there. No, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Everything that I touched on this court is mine today.
Yeah.
That's how you treat your girl. Like I said, when it comes to the looser women, the women who get to have a little good time, bruh, you can play throw up tackle with a ball, a can, a piece of paper. We done it with all
hey, we done with soccer balls, baseball.
It don't
hey,
matter.
Throw it up in the air. Whoever get it first got it. Run.
You caught it? You caught that, bruh?
Oh.
Run. And
once it's my turn, it's my turn.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run hard too. I'm gonna run as fast. I'm trying to score as many times as I can with this ball. As long as it's in my hands, it's mine.
And when people want to know, oh, well, hey, that's not for me to decide what you are. My thing is, I'm telling you the rules of how it's originally supposed to be.
The original intent. And look, when it comes to that, a man don't necessarily determine what you are to him in that space. When you put yourself in that box, when you put yourself in that moment, you decide. Everybody got that point. If you the girl who you decided every time they threw a party and they was giving free drinks out, and you end up at every party, and next thing you know, you mess with him. Oh, that was a bad decision. You went to the exact same party and messed with the next guy. The thing about parties is they're usually they're produced by cliques of men.
Yeah.
Like, we all come here because
most dudes know each other.
And then you go back to the offset of the rule. I don't screw over my homie. I don't mess with his main girl, but I will mess with a girl that he's messed with.
Yes.
So,
and that's the difference.
You went to the party. This is it. You went to the party. You messed with that guy. Now, he did not go to the full term with you. Now you messing with another guy at the party. The code dictates you ain't going to be my girlfriend. You going to be the girl I'm with right now. I'm knocking you down. And that's just on, this is what it is.
Yeah.
So if you want to be smart, I'm not telling you not to go to parties. I'm not telling you not to have a good time. But if you do decide to mess with a guy in the clique, shoot for who you absolutely want.
Yes. And don't shoot for one friend and then try to jump to the other. Because it will be known at some point in time.
I'm going to talk to him. He's my homie. I'm going to talk.
And
I'm going to talk to Jeremy.
And I'm going to say it like this. I know, yes, dudes talk just as much as women do. Mm-hmm. Like, if that's my girl, I'm going to make it known. That's mine. Yeah. That's my girl. If that's just one for the crew.
You ain't even got to make it known. You look, if I only show up with you at a party, like, and most times not even I show up with you, we just so happen to be in the same space at the same time at a party, then don't be sitting around here feeling like you my girl. You just a girl that, we got a pass because we messed around. But the fact of the matter is, you're not moving. Now, that girl that you saw me with at Walmart, now that's a different girl.
That one I took out, we go here, we go there.
When you threw a family function or a group function that wasn't a party, it was a get together. If you the chick I took to the get together, we together. Yeah. I took you there because that's us. Like, I want to represent you and me at this function. But at the party, a party is a party. Anybody could be anybody.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to give you a title. I'm not going to handcuff you. But it's not me trying to disrespect you neither. You ultimately have to respect yourself in that space.
Very true. Most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now.
Like this right now. Like, yes, there are some dudes out there that are very weak-minded and simple-minded talking about, oh, I only want you to have 3 people on your body count and all that kind of stuff. But that's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
We in our 30s now.
First of all, at 30, I expect you to have a kid, bro. Like real life. So I know it's more people before me. The problem with it is, okay, that kid is attached to another man.
Yeah.
How does that man act? Because as far as I know, if I do decide to go full term with you, I do decide to take this to the next level with you, I have to deal with him. I have no choice. Yeah. So if he's one of those guys where, oh, you can feed him, you can clothe him, you can house him, you can do everything, you can go to the little league games and all that, but you can't discipline my child. Don't touch my child. I don't want to feed him neither. Baby, I'm not telling you to get rid of your kid. You can keep your kid, but you're going to either have to get rid of that man or that man going to end up pushing me out of your life. So which one do you find more beneficial?
Like,
if you like him, keep him.
I saw this one thing. It was funny. It was on TikTok. They were talking about the rules to being a stepfather. If I'm doing all the stuff for this child, bruh, I get to discipline your child, or that's not my child.
That's not my child. Like,
you're going to pick one or the other. You can't build it.
You can't build it. Going back to the man with the McDonald's. A dude, whoever she was laying with in their house at some point, because, you know, the man at the door with the McDonald's bag is not with her.
Yeah.
If that dude came and been like, hey, man, if you keep your hands off my kid, I can't argue with him. Why? This man will drive from wherever he is, whatever he doing, he'll stop it, and he'll do what? He'll go get some food for his baby.
True.
So he's showing you that I'm overly invested in the safety and the life of my child. Whatever that is, I'm here for that one. So if you got an issue with him and you need to discipline him, if you tell me on your behalf just to keep the peace between you and me, I'm going to investigate and, if necessary, act upon what you said.
Exactly. I can't fault it. I just hate dudes nowadays that try to make this like, just like women be trying to find those builder niggas.
Right.
It be dudes out here trying to find this builder female, like she's just, oh well, you could discipline her kids, but you ain't handling your business as the person in the house. You ain't paying the bills. You don't want to interact with the child. Right. Child ain't on your insurance. All this kind of stuff.
All these things, but you
want the title of being the man.
You want to be him, but you don't do what it takes to be him. It's like everybody can turn on the game. Everybody can act like they the boss at the job. But you know who the boss is when he walk in. He don't wear the uniform you wear. Mm-hmm. Look, I said it, and I guarantee everybody in here gonna move because I said it. It's period. And nobody trying to figure nothing else out. So if you go into a household and you saying that I'm the guy who, when I speak, everybody move.
You better be handling that household.
When all the chips is on the table, when everything is on the line, they looking to somebody. Are you that somebody then?
Like, I would tell a lot of people, being a father is hard in certain ways, but it's very rewarding. But you have to be there 100%.
All the time.
Like, father ain't a father just when things go bad. No. You a father through the whole thing.
Whole nine.
And there's a lot of men out here that I have to say are not being fathers. I hate saying that because I'm like, I see me out here. I see the people around me out here. I'm like, hold up. I see fathers really doing it. Yeah. But then I'm like, all these dudes ain't doing this.
Everybody, like, it's crazy because you say that it's like over time, that term birds of a feather flock together be serious.
Yeah.
Because you'll end up in a circle full of people who do what they supposed to do, and you find yourself intermingling in that circle because I I resonate with you. I understand. I deal with you on that level. So now, because you in that bubble, you start to make this false notion that everybody does what I do. Everybody's like I am. And it's not true. It's like if you asked me a month ago, a year ago, are all men doing what they need to do? I'd be like, yeah. Every time I talk to Jeremy out here got his daughter with him, got his son with him, got his wife happy, got his house running, got everything going good. My brother, he's making moves, he's doing what he need to do. My father, he's doing what he need to do. I step outside that circle and I can see 2 or 3 of my people, they ain't doing the same.
And that's why I'm like, it gets weird out here because I'm like, when did we lose that code? Like because it used to be fathers out here check people. Yeah. It's like, it used to be OGs out here. Hey, let me go and check you, little nigga.
Yeah, let me tell you what this is.
Like, let me tell you what's up. Even back I grew up in Pleasant Grove. I went to Mesquite schools because of the fact of the matter that my parents wanted me in a better school than where we lived.
Understood.
Like, so the thing was, even in the hood, there were dudes out here that would tell you straight up, don't do what I do, be better than me.
Right.
Like, I knew people that were about that life, and they were like, this ain't what you want to be about. I do this because this is what I do. This is what I've been doing, so I'm going to use that to my advantage. But I don't suggest you do that. Nowadays, nobody say nothing. Everybody want to be a drug dealer. Everybody want to be a D-boy. Everybody want to be a rapper, which everybody can't even rap. I'm like, bruh. Like, it's so much. Nobody ever check nobody no more.
Nobody ever come through and just give you that reality check. Like, bruh, look.
That ain't you.
That ain't you. Like, I hear you. You made a great song. Let me tell you this though. That the rest of them ain't that song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Nah, bro.
I respect what you're saying, but that ain't it. But like I said, we also got to do that when it comes to family though.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you got to let your homeboys know, like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You think you moving like you think you moving comparable to me, but you're not. Like, if you can't compare yourself to me if you only see your kid on the weekends, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no disrespect, but you can't. I'm in this every day. That's like a dude show up and let's say you in a world war and your country been fighting this world war for the last 3 years. And in the last 6 months of that war, you come in and we win. And now you take all the accolades for that.
Yeah.
Truth is, no.
Like
this war has
you
for
ain't
3
been
years.
here day one.
This war been going on for 3.5 years. I got a lot of casualties on my side. I got a lot of dead bodies piled up. A lot of war happened here. And you showed up when we was most likely on the cusp of winning anyway, and you want to take credit? It's not the same. You don't. It's something about you polishing your boots and saying you was a warrior like I was a warrior that makes me a little
like. And I have to say this, and
taste.
I don't care what dude get offended by it, but I'm going to say it because it's the truth. You not a father just to show up on Father's Day and those special occasions to think.
Holiday fathers.
Yeah, like you, I'll be honest, you're not even a father to me. Because my thing is when times get thick, I'm there for my child. Right. When my child fall, hurt themselves or anything like that, I'm there for my child.
Brother, I'm going to tell you to get up, wipe your knee off, you ain't hurt. Or I'm going to go and tend to you.
Now, for those men that can't be there as much as you can. But you know what I'm talking about. There's a difference between the dude that's trying to be there, but he's not allowed to be there versus the dude that he don't show up.
I'm just playing.
Like,
through this life.
if you playing a basketball game, I'll be there. Oh, if it's Father's Day, I'm going to be there and make sure I see my son. It's like, bruh, Father's Day is one day out of the year.
One day.
And even now, they trying to take Father's Day away from it because of these ain't crap dudes.
Yeah, it's a single Mother's Day.
Yeah, they were like single Mother's Day or Other's Day.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm like,
whoa, buddy, come on, guy.
But
give me some credit.
Leave all that stuff back then.
Do you? I just feel like because was gonna go as your circle helping and hindering your relationship, but we gonna jump right into our black men struggling to be men.
Okay.
Because we already there.
Yeah. We there, so let's take it this.
Let's go there.
Okay.
So when it comes to our black men being men, the context of which, because this is coming off of Judge Mathis. If you haven't seen it, it's a clip of Judge Mathis on stage giving a speech telling us that black men aren't showing up to the protest. It's basically geared towards us, the George Floyd incident, all that. You letting your women do all that for you, and then you want to complain to the women that, So he's saying if you going to have these complaints, you got to step up. Yeah. There used to be a time where, hey, if there is a protest, if there is a situation where black people are getting treated unjustly, we were there on the front line. We was out there trying to make change. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King or Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, it don't matter. There's a lot of revolutionaries who was trying to push the idea that black people are equal to all people, right? So now we sitting up here, and you rather be sitting up playing your 2K, and the Black Lives Matter march is going on down the street, and it's different if you didn't align yourself with these ideals. It would be different. I'd be like, yeah, if you don't agree with it, then sit and play your game. But if you do put yourself in that situation, like, yeah, you know what? I agree with them. Why ain't you out here marching? Why ain't you out here helping? Why ain't you out here? If nothing else but take a case of water, because the people out there, they hot. Go take a cooler with some ice and water in there just to help them out. Because if they going to be out there, I just feel like we as men, we dropping the ball. Now, so with that being said, I agree with Judge Matt.
Yes. I agree with what he said, because I know he's not speaking to all men, because there are some great men out here trying to make moves and do things. But as an overall, come on, man, we got to step some stuff up, because I'm like, we'll complain about something in a heartbeat. And then we'll throw out the black man this and, racism this. And don't get me wrong, those are true things. But that doesn't happen in all cases. Right. If you don't step up, how can you call yourself that person, that leader, that the man of your house? Right. Like, in my house, somebody break in, they will deal with me. Yeah. No matter what. Like, you're not going to deal with my family. You're going to deal with me. Yeah. And I promise you won't like the outcome. Just like if my family going to the protest, why wouldn't I be there with my family? Yeah. Like, I'm not going to. I understand some people are going. I understand if I'm out over here doing certain things. If, like, for example, if I'm working and my family goes out there, I'm like, I need to be there, but I need to make this money for my household first. Like, yes, my household comes before certain things. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm never going to let my family be in harm's way.
And I can do something.
Yes. And I can actually do it. Why? Why wouldn't I not be there? Why wouldn't I step up to the plate? And yes, it is black men that have to step up. Majority, not the ones that are actually doing it, because I hate when they said certain things like, oh, black men don't protect black women. I'm like, is that really true?
It's not true.
Like, I see a lot of black men doing it.
But I'm telling you right now, that video with the Atlanta cop, they're going to be like, oh, see, that black man didn't protect that black. I'll be like, she technically was out of line. Yeah. I mean, that's just going to put him in a bad space, because now he's assaulting a police officer, and she was, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I know I'm right, she was in the wrong. Yeah. It's what it is. We need to protect you when you actually need protection, not when you out here doing foolish things. Like, that's not how this works.
And that's why I would say for all. It's like, for all black people, yes, we should protect each other when you're doing the right thing. Right. You're not going to play me. That's like, I have always had a code. If you my people, if we cool, you call me, I'm on my way. Right. But if you get me into some stupid stuff, me and you gonna fight after.
We gonna have that conversation. We gotta do this now.
After this, yes, me and you.
Yeah, because you betrayed me.
Because you called me, and I'm like, no, you knowing if you call me, okay, you my people. I say all this stuff, and I mean what I say. Right. I got you. So my thing is cool, but if you get me in some stupid stuff, I have an issue now because now you putting me on the line trying to play that card like, oh my God, like, I need your help. Bruh. That's like when people start things and they don't want to finish them, but they want you to finish them. Like we had a lot of people in college do the same thing. And it made me mad because you weren't even out there trying to fight. I'm like, I ain't gonna say no names or anything, but I remember an instance where I got a phone call. Somebody that I was cool with it said, "Oh well, some dudes are hassling him. Oh, they talking about fighting." Okay, at that point in time, I'm like, okay, man, I'm on my way. I get my mind set because I'm ready to fight. And it's like, okay, time to put in work. Go on out there. We gonna fight this on out. This fool never showed up.
Stayed at the house.
I'm like, so, and like, I'm not trying to put him out there. He was there too. Like,
standing back. Like, I'm sitting out. First of all, I'm there. You there. J. Lou there.
Yeah.
These niggas
ain't. I'm like, so,
all right.
This is what we doing now?
This is how we feel.
I'm like, okay.
I'ma just cool. I saw that dude later on the bus.
Yeah, I did too.
He was like, "Hey, bro, I ain't had no issue with you." I was like, "I ain't, bro." When I look back on it, like I'm talking to him, like I look back on it, man, it ain't what it was. I was misled, and I left it at that.
That's all you could leave it at. Now you over here like, man, I'm about to knock some fool out. I don't even know. And
the people who had the issue telling me, okay, never mind. You know what?
I see how this goes.
I'm like, you thought I was you the joker and I'm the henchman or something. From that day on, I'm not gonna lie, it was a definite rift. Yeah. And like I'm gonna be over here doing my thing with those I know who's solid. And I mean, if y'all call me, I'm with you, but I ain't finna sit here and tell you that you just my overall pick when something hit the fan.
But that's the thing is, as men, we're supposed to do certain things. We're supposed to be there for each other. As people, we're supposed to be there for each other. But not when you're doing wrong. And I hate when somebody does something stupid and then tries to play the black card and then be like, oh, all black people should come together. Whoa.
I said it before. I'll say it again. When you throw out the black card unnecessarily, you lessen the impact. Like the lady in Atlanta, I can't throw on police brutality. I can't throw the police brutality card out because that would lessen the impact of a George Floyd.
Yes.
It would just hurt that. It would hurt that case. The Chevron guy, I'd be like, do I really need to have him in jail? Because what if this person was acting irate and he said what he said and this led to this?
Like Breonna Taylor. I think people should stood up more for Breonna Taylor. They definitely should have. You did a no-knock warrant in my house.
No-knock warrant. You shot through the window and you didn't know if the person that you was looking for was in the house. You shot from outside.
And I'm glad that now she is actually getting justice. They're they're indicting those police officers. Right. I am happy about that. But I'm like, look at how many people didn't say something about it, and it was a tragic thing. That's where you should have pulled the card.
I'm pulling the card. I have to pull the card right now. And that, like I said, you maintain the integrity of the card.
Yes.
It's like, it's like trader cards, bro. You get too many of the cards put out there, and it lose value because they're too abundant. You throw it at everything. But the Michael Jordan rookie card is still the Michael Jordan rookie card.
Yeah.
Because ain't that many.
You're going to get a lot of
You're going to get a lot of respect when you throw that card. That's how we need to treat all. Hey, police brutality. If I tell you he attacking me because I'm black, when I pull that card, heavily investigate that.
Yes. But when you pull the card on everything, that makes people want to just be like, man, they just talking.
They just complaining.
It's just something. Anytime there's some outcome you don't like, now it's the card.
You gotta throw the card. You gotta throw it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, nah. But going back to the meat of this conversation, black men, and they saying we not standing up. I treat that as a double-edged sword because, like I said, you shot a shot and you generalize the statement. It's a lot of black men who are out here putting on and doing exactly what you said they should be doing. It's a lot of them. But when you start thinking about the other side, you want to address them.
Yeah.
You need to find a way to get the message to them. Because I guarantee you, it's people like you and I who saw that message and was like, he's saying something. He's standing on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who did not see that message. And they not going to see that message because the content you putting out, they don't digest.
Yeah.
So it's like, you said that you only address the people who actually pay attention.
But, like, we were talking about this before the show, about certain stereotypes and certain things like that. I'm like, the message that's brought out about most black people is that we're lazy, we're ignorant, we're these things. There's a lot more black people are out here working, hustling, and things like that. But if you don't ever check your friend that never do nothing, like, oh, he treat his woman wrong, he don't care about working, he don't care about jobs, them be the dudes that people see.
It's easy to see them.
And that, because when you see me, I'm at work.
Where I am, they don't allow cameras all the time.
Yeah.
They be like, no, you can't just follow him with a camera. Why? Because he's working.
Yes.
He got stuff to do. Okay? Now, the person that you see sitting at the crib 24/7 trying to tell you he finna be the next big thing and ain't ever did nothing big in his life, he got plenty of time. He just waiting for the opportunity to waste yours too.
Yeah.
Stop.
And that's why I think about it. I'm like, that front man that people see, that's what gives us our bad name.
That's what does it.
Like, I hate that so passionately.
And another thing, people who putting in work got to know when to turn the camera on, because there's a lot of people out there, a lot of photographers, a lot of videographers, a lot of those people who sit back and you primarily turn on your camera when black people are doing something foolish. I don't see many, if any, other races putting negative stereotypes on their own people. Like, what other race got hood fights? It's plenty of fights that happen in trailer parks. Yeah. But black people got hood fights.
First of all, we've glorified it by saying World Star.
Like,
bro, if you go on World Star right now, 85 to 90% is fights
and foolishness, and I would say 90 to 99% of it is black people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you wonder why their perception of you is this. You wonder why they think we act this way, because you keep showing them only that. And I agree. Maybe that's what they clicking to get the pay. That's what got you paid.
Yeah.
Because people gonna gravitate to what they believe. If I believe you are this way, I'm gonna click on things to justify that viewpoint. Yeah. I'm gonna sit in my bubble. It's comfortable in my bubble. But if you take away that content and leave them only with what was actually true, the fact that I wake up 5 days out of 7 and sometimes 7 out of 7 to go to work, to feed my family, to bring that home, to do this, when you put that on television, it's not as interesting, but it's reality. It's the truth. Yeah. When I go to the school and I see 6 or 7 black men standing in line just like me to pick up their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the magnet or the skin wrap on their trucks or their cars telling you what their profession is and what they doing. Like, it's a lot of us out here. It's a majority of us out here doing good in the community.
Yeah.
But the problem is you don't turn your camera on that. And like I said, I agree. You might not find that interesting because every other race is doing that. But the thing about every other race, when it comes down to it, I'm not going to give you the other content. So no matter what you do, you got to watch this.
Yeah.
Suits. When you talk about Suits, we still talking about lawyers.
Yeah.
Like, everybody on here is a lawyer. The white guy who ain't got no degree but still going in here and winning cases, winning more cases than everybody else. Regardless of what you say, he's showing you, I might not have a degree, but I'm still who I am. I'm still able to go in that courtroom and win a case for your law firm. Juxtaposition. Switch that. Like, we're going to flip that. When you see Ghost. And I keep going to Ghost because it's just the most atrocious view of it. I've lined you out, my son, with everything you need, Tariq. But you cannot, for some odd reason, get above and beyond yourself, son.
You just won't be.
I have to be a gangster. Why don't you be a gangster politician, son? Why can't you do that? Why can't you do any and everything else? No,
just like you, Ghost.
I'm like, buddy, if my father raised me to be him, I wouldn't be where I am today.
But
my father raised me to be what he could have been if he I need you to be far better than me, 10 times, 20 times better, and that's what his.
And that's what I've told everybody. If you're as a father or a mother, if you only want your child to be as good as you are, you're horrible. You are a horrible parent because you should always want your child to be better. I'm going to push you, mold you any way I can. There's certain things that I've done that I pray to God my children will never have to do.
Right.
There's certain things that, hey, that's between me and God. I don't care what anybody say. Me and God. Yeah, only reason he know is because he saw it. That's the only.
I can't lie to me. I know what I do.
But that's the thing is, there's certain things that my children should never have to go through. If your children are going through the exact same thing, it's an issue. It's like certain things we have to go through. But if your children, you're not molding them, pushing them, and as a father, that should be your whole idea. If you're working hard, to get your children to a state that you haven't been so they don't have to worry.
And that right there, what he said right there, is black men stepping up to be black men. The generation before me, during me, and after me, primarily after me, y'all gonna be better.
Yes.
Every time it's a step. It's a step ladder. I'm on this rung, you gonna be on the next one, and it goes on for eternity. Everybody is better. You gonna be better next. Period. Let's jump into this next one. Now, is your circle of friends helping or hindering you in your relationship?
I would say if you have a real circle, they should be helping you
all the time.
Like, a real circle is going to tell you the truth, not their feelings, like, I'm going to tell you what I see as facts. If you don't agree with it, it's not something I'm going to push on a friend.
Right.
If my friend asks me a question, I'm going to give you what I see as a fact.
Right.
Now, if you don't agree with that, that's fine. That's cool. I'm going to back up. But my circle of friends should be there to build me and my relationship as better. If your friends are only there to, oh, well, I only want what's best for you, you're not really invested in the whole thing as a friend. No. Like, that's like if your friend can only tell you the good news but never tell you the bad news, that's not a friend.
That's not a friend. It's just not how that works.
That's a lackey.
It's like, no, stop it. My thing is, when you're dealing with your people, the people you say supposed to be closest to you, my key phrase when I'm about to tell you that you need to change what you're doing, I say, look, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but if I was you, to let you know, I'm not giving you information that I wouldn't take. This is what I would do in that situation. And I leave it up to you to judge whether you're right, but I'm going to let you know off the rip. Hey, bro, I wouldn't do that. That ain't, you could do better. That's not in my world. When I see you, I don't see you doing that. Yeah. I see you doing better than
that. I think about a lot of times when people call people friends, your friend circle should not be that big. If your friend circle, you got like 20 of y'all, I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Because the thing is like, I got I say 5 people that I could truly say,
when I call you, they come.
I'm calling you, you're on the way. You may complain, but you on your way.
Show up.
Yeah, I'm show up. I got you, bro. Okay, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to you about some things. Try to make sure you're doing the right thing. But if you call me, I'm on the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's been times where people have called me 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah. My tire flew off my car.
Yeah. I had somebody call me at 4:30. I was like, you do realize I gotta get up for work, but I was like, I'm on my way.
On my way. I got you.
I'm on my way. Oh, if you need me, I've had friends that need a play. Hey, can I crash on your couch for a day?
Done deal.
Go ahead, bro. It's cool.
I've had people that I'm cool with have somebody call me and utilize them like, hey, such and so said that you know how to do this. All right. Because you said the right name, I got you.
Yeah.
Because if you would have called on the strength of our relationship just on you, I would have never picked up the phone. I would have just, I would have walked away like right then. I don't know you like that.
Like, for example, like if B Hunt mama called me, I'm going to come help her.
Yeah, don't do it.
Period. Because I'm like, that's who I call a friend. So it's like they get the privileges of being, because of you being a friend. Now, everybody don't get them privileges. That's like I have some people that I thought were friends, but then you notice how certain people, when the chips are down, they like, oh, well, yeah. What happened? Oh, man, I got busy.
Busy doing what? Can't tell you that. Because they know whatever they say ain't it's not real. It's fiction. I'll be like, I ride for you way harder than you ride for me, and I know that.
Yeah.
And because of that, when you call me the next time, I'm busy too.
Mm-hmm.
Then they hit you with that whole, man, we don't talk like we used to. I didn't even know that we was talking.
Yeah.
Because only person seemed to be listening was me.
Yeah.
Listening
I'm like,
to your needs.
if I need help, like, for the person I am, I'm very stubborn. Anybody that knows me will tell you I'm stubborn. So I'm like, if I'm calling or I'm asking, it's because I ain't got no way of doing it unless I get a little help. No. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to do these things. But that's the same thing. If someone called, there's been numerous times. I remember in college, like, I was feeding everybody.
He did?
I was working a job at Chicken Express.
And feeding everybody.
And I was literally feeding everyone.
I'm not talking like one or two people. I'm talking like everybody.
Mm-hmm. And like
quantify everybody and put like if you can think about like if you got a circle of friends that should be cut down, like picture that and be like, all them people who shouldn't be there, they were still there.
I had niggas giving hoes food off my food. I'm like, how are you giving the chicks out over here that ain't, bruh, you ain't got no money.
This is how you taking them on dates, bruh. I
Like,
can't afford the 2-piece, but Jeremy got the 2-piece. I just need to get you in the space to get it.
All I'm saying was, and I think about it now and go back, I'm like,
it's a lot of wasted chicken, bruh.
Bruh. Like, I get mad sometimes because I'm like, with all the food and all the, I ain't get no oops from none of, I ain't get no oops or nothing. I've gotten every oop I've ever, man, I've alley-ooped myself. But my thing is, I know for at least a good, I would say at least 5-6 months, I was feeding over 30 niggas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, including the chicks and stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, if my people hungry, I'm going, because, and then afterwards, all I asked for one thing, because people had this way of trying to be funny, and for niggas that being broke, for people,
be a comedian.
I wouldn't suggest you talk. You broke, but you need my food.
And you trying to crack a joke.
And you trying to crack a joke on me, the person that gives you food.
Just realize that I'm able to join him in this conversation because I did not do such a thing.
But the thing, like, I'm just saying, it was cold because I was like, hey, man. I was like, hey, don't crack that joke. It ain't funny because he used to say, oh, I'm the chicken fixing dude. And I'm like, bruh, I ain't the chicken fixing dude. I'm the dude that feeds y'all. It's like, so please do not call me the chicken
But
fixing dude.
How self like how entitled do one have to be? How self-damaging does one have to be to literally talk trash to the guy, the only reason you ate today?
Yeah.
And you like a kid make mistakes. They gonna say some wild stuff, and you just gotta correct them, and then they try their best not to. And you a grown man, you made the. I told you, man. Look, I'm feeding you out of love, bruh.
Yeah.
Out of love and respect, bruh. I'm bringing you food because I know you can't do for yourself. Well, technically you can do for yourself, but you won't do for yourself. So you know what? Just so you don't have to go hungry tonight, I got some. They gave me this chicken. I'm bringing it to y'all. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gonna have the audacity to try to shoot me down.
So he kept on shooting that shot, and I was like, bruh, last time I'm gonna warn you. And you don't think, you would think of all the other people around, hey, bruh, leave that nigga alone.
We hungry.
Like, we need food. Then everybody like, oh, you didn't bring no food? No, it's over. He messed it up for you. Yeah. It's your fault. You should have charged him up. Hey, bruh, leave him alone. Like, he's feeding us. So if he's feeding us, what we could do out of everything,
leave that man alone.
Leave that man alone. Like, hey, you crack a joke about something else. Don't call him. Else. You just had to do it. And I'm like,
that topic. But I was just like, bro, but I tell you, it's hard for people who don't know how to get out of their way to get out of their way.
Yeah.
Don't hurt yourself. You might as well be suicidal.
Yeah. And like I said, oh, you gonna pull? You think I won't do it?
If that's what you
I'm
want.
helping you. So that's how it happened. Then people are over there like, you didn't bring no food? No. Game over. This wasn't he just was talking. No. I told you what you could do. One thing.
Be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Accept the fact that dude didn't even ask you to be like, oh, grovel at it, like, thank you, bro, for bringing it. Nah. Keep your manhood, keep your respect. Just don't disrespect me.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Just think if your job did that. Like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I don't got no issue with you. Look, get your check and go on about your business. But you gonna go over there and talk to him like, oh, you trash. You understand there's another guy who wants this job?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else right here who probably more qualified wants this job. It's other people out there who will do far more for me than I don't know.
Yeah.
That if I brought them this chicken, they gonna do even more for me.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here feeding you. And
I'm making you look good in front of these women. Like, bruh, the girl's eating just because you eating and you know me.
That's it. You know the plug.
So, but that goes back to the whole thing about as a man. Come on, man.
Find your place.
Like, come on.
It's different. It's just different. So, when it comes to the whole circle of friends, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been on this earth 34 years. I've learned. It's seasons for friends.
Mm-hmm.
When you're younger, you can literally walk up like 10 and under. You can literally walk up to a stranger and be like, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" They're gonna be like, "Yes," because I ain't really got much to offer. You ain't really got much to offer. We just here having a good time. A friend means a person to have a good time with.
Yeah.
As you reach your teenage years, you start to notice. It was times my car broke down, and there's niggas inside the car that didn't get out the car to push the car. They just sat there on their phones and shit.
Yeah.
I don't talk to them niggas no more. The niggas who got out and we pushed it to the gas station, boom, that's my homie. Why? Because when the chips were down, you came through. Done deal. You get that, so you gonna have that separation in your life. You gonna start cutting the dead weight. As you grow into this adulthood, it's some people who got outside the car that pushed the car with you. You'll start to realize they had their own motives. They still need to get where they was going.
Yeah.
So you start to realize it's some people out here who is selfless. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You called me, so I came. I didn't come because I thought it was gonna be some big payout for me or none of that. You said you was in need, bro. That's all you. Okay, I'm on my way. Done.
Yeah.
I don't have no ulterior motive on that. And that's going to shrink your circle even more. Now, that's when you get that friends, associates, and niggas I don't know. It's a lot of 10-year-old friends I had that I don't know them niggas no more. And it's a lot of people who would get out and push the car with their ulterior motives. They still associates. And then it's friends.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
How many of us have them friends?
All right. We going into You Won't Believe This. This is brought to you by.
Oh, so I have to shout out this place. It's called Restoration Ministries. This is Total Restorations is Possible. Now, the reason I shouted them out, they're a ministry. They're helping out actual men that have had either alcoholism, drug problems, things like that. They're actually trying to do something. And my thing is, why not shout out people that are really trying to do something? They're people.
Yeah.
People trying to help people. That's one of the main reasons we have this show, is because we want to really help people out. So if we could give them a shout out, or give you a shout out, or whoever, if you're really out here trying to put in that work, why not?
Yeah.
Also, shout out to my wife. I love my wife with all my heart. She's doing her pop-up tomorrow with my daughter. They're working together in cahoots on it. So I'm like, mother-daughter deal. If you don't know by now, she does Wasted Desires with my sister-in-law. They do waist beads, thigh beads, ankle beads. They basically beads, all kinds of beads. If you check out their website, is wasteddesires.com. Then there's Yanni Like Mine. Ladies, take care of yourself and make sure it's clean. These are products from a black woman, by a black woman, for black women. Everything that she wants to do is for our culture, to actually help out black women hygienically, vaginally, however you want to take it. And she has her other product line, which is Traces Like Mine, to help out black women's hair. Women, we have to, well, not we, I apologize because definitely never been one, but women, y'all have to make sure that you're using certain products. I know numerous black women have told me that they cannot use certain products on their hair. This is a product by a black woman for black women to help black women. So check her out. She on her social medias and everything. Also, podcasts. Please like and subscribe this podcast. Something for DA people. We're on everywhere you can name. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're working on Twitter. Like
TikTok.
Yes, we're on TikTok. We're on everything you can name. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on Podcast Breakers, Google Podcasts. We're on Pandora.
If you put a podcast on the name at the end or the beginning, we own that.
Yeah. So please like, subscribe, share.
All right. Now, so you won't believe this. Woman faked a pregnancy to get paid time off. And I left the link in there. So if you want to read the story yourself, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not really that crazy. A woman said she was pregnant and she got time off. So it's just like it seems.
Is this the woman that they end up bringing charges to? Okay, I thought so. I'm like, I know why you would think you could do it, but I don't know why you would do it.
My thing is, what if she identifies as a pregnant woman?
Bruh, when we keep doing this identifier stuff, I'm like, I try to, because I know times are changing, us as people are changing, but you can't use these things whenever you want to. Oh, I identify as a white man. Doesn't mean I'm going to get all that stuff.
No. I really do identify as not just a white man, a wealthy white man. So
Okay.
you know.
So and that's the thing is you have nothing to back that.
Like,
There's nothing gonna work for
when
you.
you look at me, you know who I am, and and
Yes.
I'm not saying that like one. Don't take me as being inconsiderate to how you want to be portrayed. But the thing about it is, if you're gonna say you, in this case, specifically this case, if you're gonna say you a pregnant woman because there are women who are pregnant who really do need that time off, you're doing a disservice to them. You're lessening the impact of them actually being pregnant. So you're disrespecting the women who actually going through this. And don't do that.
That's an issue. It's like for the people that actually these things happen, like for some bad to happen, for you to need certain time off, I understand. When my wife was pregnant, I wanted to do everything I could because I wanted to try to help her with that. But I realized certain things I can't do because I'm not carrying the child. But if you're gonna play the role, but you don't have the outcome,
right? If you're gonna play the role, and I'm not saying like, cause what it could have been if she had been a woman who was carrying a child and miscarried, and then
I could definitely
were who you said you were. It's not that you identified as that. That's what you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, you sat back and you might think you was getting over on your boss or your this or your that, but what you actually did was you set women back decades.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily.
Because now there's gonna be some stupid person, and and I hate to say it like this. There's gonna be some stupid dude that says, "See what happens when this happens."
Yeah, because they already too ready to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They got their finger on the button. Like let one of them step out of line and do something that I can sit back and capitalize on and magnify to the nth degree. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. And she jumped right out.
That button right there. I'm gonna press it. I'm waiting for you.
They get close.
Mm-hmm.
She stepping up. She stepped over that line. Press that button.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got something to back me saying this. Now you're gonna have people like, you see, this is why we can't hire women. This is why they can't get adequate wages, because even if they not pregnant, they can say they're pregnant. Who am I to say that they're not pregnant?
And that happens in so many different fields, and I hate that it happens that way, because I've told a lot of people I'm egalitarian. If you don't know, I believe in equality and fairness to all. I don't believe a man is above a woman, but I do not believe women are above men. I believe that we're in this together. Now, we do have certain roles that we play. If you play the roles game, that's cool. If you don't, okay, that's cool. But you're going to accept your drawbacks and all that of everything.
There's benefits to the roles. There are benefits to the roles. And there are benefits to not having the roles.
Yes.
There are consequences in both.
And that's the thing people don't understand. So it's like, oh, we want the benefit, but we don't want the drawback. Right. I'm like, if we're going to be... That's like when I tell people, okay, you don't want to do gender roles. That's fine. But you do realize you're 50-50 then. That means 50.
Everything that you do?
Yes.
So if I'm rearing and taking care of the kids, you rearing and taking care of the kids. If I'm going to work doing backbreaking labor, you going to work doing backbreaking labor. If I don't complain about the life we live, you can't complain about the life we live. Because we decided to live like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to...
This is what we do.
This is the consequences of 50-50.
Yes.
And on the other side, if we in gender roles and you sitting at the house and I'm sitting out here doing all the work, don't complain. When it's money related, don't complain. Why? Mm-hmm. Because this is what I make. We got to make what I make work because you want to be here. Be here.
Yeah. But those are the things that people have to understand. Like, I really hate it when... Like, it's a both parts thing, because I hate when men lessen the fact of women being assaulted, because I'm a firm believer women should never, women are a treasure, but that's because I'm old school. I believe women are a treasure that if you're my woman, if you're with me, all that kind of stuff, it's like, that's my queen. And my queen is going to get anything she wants because she's my queen, and she knows she's my queen, and she knows I'm her king. But If we 50-50, then I'm like, we 50-50. But let's see, back to that part of when there are like women being assaulted, it should never happen. I hate that it does happen. But there are, and I hate to say it, there are women out there that fake assaults. Like, even on TikTok, they have that thing now where it was like, oh, the woman jumping in the dude's face, and then he jumped back at her, and she fall and hits. Oh, you going to jail now?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but that's the reality we live.
That's an issue because of the fact you're playing this game.
Yeah.
Now, for a woman that's actually being abused and assaulted, I can't stand it at all. But
when somebody's sitting out there on the outskirts, not in the game, and they lessen the impact of the statements that you make, it is. If you're gonna check the people who are assaulting you, check the people who are assaulting your movement.
Yeah,
mandatory. If more so, because don't come over here and fake it, because you hinder us, you hurt us, you hurt us even worse. Because now our image, the perception that we have in America, like
somebody can pull that stupid card saying, "Oh well, see this right here. This is why we don't let you have it."
That's a gun. That is the atomic bomb to every movement. Think about it. We was just talking about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby had a great television show on TV. He got these allegations that end up being a reality of it, but is what it is. But when they had the atomic bomb to throw at what he accomplished, they threw it.
Yeah.
As soon as they was able to throw that and launch that bomb, and we as a culture have a crazy affinity towards killing our leaders.
Yeah.
We kill our.
Find this and let's kill it. Kill it.
Yeah. We prefer a martyr. We prefer somebody who. We prefer a memory.
My thing that really pisses me off, everybody wants somebody to be perfect. Nobody was perfect. And I even hate to say this, but I thought about something. Okay, so everybody says nobody in the world's perfect except for Jesus because he walked the earth. But didn't Jesus get pissed off and flip over some tables and stuff in the...
But see, now that question has to be asked, because now I'm going to ask this question for a moment, and then we're going to talk about it for a millisecond and move on. Is that saying that when in the right, if you're righteous and you flip a table, I'm still perfect? Because that table need to be flipped, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta say
to the other person, does that look like that's righteous?
But see, that's it. The perception that people have of you, anything that goes against how they view you makes you imperfect.
Yeah.
But I'm like, your view of me ain't really me. Like, how you see me, how you understand who B Honey is, it's extremely close, but it ain't 100%. Because like I said, it's demons in this closet. That I got that you won't know, my wife won't know, my father won't know. It's just
same here.
If you want the closest narrative to my story, go talk to Annette Hunter and Greg Hunter and Bug Anton. Like, they'll give you the closest narrative, and you got to piece it together and sew it together to make out a complete story of who B Honey is.
Yeah.
But for me, how I move, if you want to know B Hunt in perfection, B Hunt is I'm perfect to me.
Yeah.
There's no, I'm not going to change me. I don't want to change. I am who I am.
But that's the issue, is everything in this world gets downplayed and cut off because of one. This happened.
One incident
that happened.
Because there was a lot that happened up until the table got flipped. But somehow, when you read the Bible, everybody don't see how they screwing over the church, this, that, the third, boom. And now I'm flipping the table. This is why. You forget the why, and it's all overshadowed because I flipped the table.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying with everything. All it takes is one thing that people, especially nowadays, like the thing with Martin Luther King. Yes. Am I saying he was wrong for cheating on his wife? Yes. He was very wrong for cheating on his wife. But would you rather him be faithful to his wife and never did the things he did? Or if the first person to say some dumb stuff like, oh, he should have did it all. Hey, nobody here is perfect.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: if a mass murderer came up to me and said, "Hey, one of those people, the people I was killing, they were all pedophiles and rapists," I'm gonna be like, I'm still upset that you killing people, but I can't necessarily say you 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I gotta turn it on his head, but I'm going let you have your faults. And to that murderer, he probably gonna be like, I was righteous. Everybody else knew who he was and did nothing.
Yeah. That was like that. It was a TV series called Dexter. Dexter would kill murderers. Like, he was a serial killer that only killed bad people. So I'm like, but was he wrong?
Was he wrong?
Yes. He was wrong. He was killing people.
He was killing people.
But he was killing people, like I said, pedophiles, murderers, all that kind of stuff. He was taking them out. But it's like it just all depends.
The perception is it's left up to perception. Do you feel he was wrong? Do you feel like, hey, when Jesus flipped the table, do you feel like Jesus was wrong for telling you that you messing up, and the way he did it, did it offend you, or did it get your attention? Because some people, it just got their attention. Like, man, he flipped the table. Why? And then they go back and look at, this is why. That we need to fix the problem. We need to fix this issue so he don't have to come in and flip tables on us.
Yeah.
Other people, the people who usually get cut out of the main friend circle, they either fall along with the category of associate or people I don't know. They looking at it like, why he flipped that table? He know he shouldn't have flipped that table.
You know, somebody gonna say something about him because he flipped the table. Now he got anger problems.
He ain't who he is. He ain't who y'all say he is. Look, he flipped the table just like us.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro, you right. Or you know what? I'm a father and he a father. We both got gifts on Father's Day.
Yeah.
All right, bro, you right. I guess.
And that's why when I heard about with her, I'm like, don't play them cards. Like, don't do that. Because you're messing up a whole bunch of things doing that. And you could have avoided that. Now you got charges brought against you.
Now, I will say the woman in Texas who was in the lane that you had to have two passengers. And she said, I am pregnant. So that's my second passenger. She really had that baby.
I don't even know how I feel about that.
Exactly.
One.
That's all perception.
Yeah.
Because who's to tell her she not right?
Because she do have two people.
Got two people in this car. It's got a heartbeat just like you got a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
It's riding and eating my food just like everybody else. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, Missouri family rents out a water park for their child's birthday and is denied access. How do you feel about that? That's something outrageous in my opinion.
I would be pissed.
Oh yeah.
And I would honestly, we're going to file this lawsuit, and the reason I don't know why, because I want to know why, and I hate that even in the video somebody was yelling out, "It's because we black." I'm like, I don't know if that is the reason why, but my thing is the facts are I rented out a water park, and I can't be in the room. Like I bought the cake. I bought all the decorations, all the things for that.
I paid you for that space.
Now you're telling me that all the people I brought, I can't bring them in? Oh, we can't go in now? And I'm like, yes, some people do want to throw out the black card. I don't know. It could be because they were black. It could be some other reason. But the reason I'm saying is I paid for a service. I should get my service.
You get that service. And I paid for a service on a day because you know how they'll flip it and bring it back like, oh, we're sorry that they did that, this, that, and the third. We can offer you another day. No. My child's birthday or the celebration of said birthday was on this day. I got all these people to stop everything they doing. They not going to work. They not going to school. They not going to sleep. They ready to eat. And they here to get that from you. Because I told them I paid for us to be at a water park today.
I come in and y'all tell me at the gate I can't bring none of my people in. None of us can come in. But you're not giving us a real reason why. You just, I have an issue with it. And yes, I would sue. And yes, I would tell that man, sue.
Without
Yes.
question.
Yes, because I paid for that day. I didn't pay for another day. I didn't pay for you to apologize. I paid for that day. That's like if you're paying for a service, if you pay your barber cut your hair and your barber don't cut your hair,
I gotta sue you. Because well, at the prices that barbers charging these days, you might have to sue them because it's over. That's the least small claims court.
Bruh. Nowadays, barber be depending on what kind of barber you get and where you go, at least $30.
Oh yeah, that's
at least.
That's on the lower scale. Most of them 50 up.
Oh my God! I remember when a haircut was $10.
15 at the most. 15 if you was cold.
Yeah. Oh, you cold barber? Oh, you gonna give me the Steve Harvey line and stuff?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
15.
Okay, 15 off.
Steve Harvey liner. I'm a celebrity barber, and I respect. Don't ever think I'm finna shoot that man down for setting a price and sticking to it. Hey, you set that price.
Yeah.
This is what you feel like your time is worth. Those who wouldn't pay that price, come to you. As long as you don't shoot no shots at the people who don't want to pay you $50, I don't care. You got your customer base that respect what you do. Boom. It is what it is.
And then, like, now they got the skip line and stuff for it. Oh, you pay $20 for the skip line. I'm like, bro, I'm just sitting in this chair. Like,
I showed it. I made an appointment on maybe your book seat, and I just want to be in the seat. But
that's my issue with the case. I paid for that day. You can't give me this day back.
You can't.
Like all these people,
and you ruin this day. Even if you your manager come out here and be like, what are you doing? Let them in the park. You've already ruined the day. Because now all these people behind me, we've been waiting, and we don't know why you're not letting us in. So
and you won't tell us why.
And it's my kid's birthday, so now my kid gonna look at this like, man, on my birthday, this park didn't. I'm never coming back. And anytime I see you advertise that park, I'm be like, no. That's like me and Spirit right now.
Like that reminds me of the Disney World one, and the man spoke with Disney World, and they said it was okay for him to propose to his woman. You messed up the day.
You messed the day up. There's nothing you can do to bring that day back. You can try all you might to make it right, but it won't work. Because I don't care. Like I said, if you want to get close to right, you need to shut the park down. Make a small short film of me proposing to my wife that we send out in the invitation, and we gonna play the future length film at my wedding. You know what I'm saying? And my wedding is at the actual park. You gotta do stuff that's leaps and bounds beyond, because I have to eradicate the sour
I have to
taste.
compensate for what happened.
I gotta undo that. You did something that I can't undo.
Now,
my wife is never gonna unsee that man pulling the ring out of her hand. She's never gonna unsee that.
And as he did it, he walked right between them. Thank you. Oh, y'all come down here. What? Bruh, it's on camera. It's like,
and you said you didn't say it, but somebody who above you said this was okay. I asked permission. I did everything I was supposed to do. You decide you were bigger. Okay. You messed up that day, and ain't no way you can get that back. But like them kids that Sesame Street, the little theme park, ain't no way.
Sesame Street over here trying to do more inclusive stuff. It's like, oh, well, we're gonna come up with another character just to like. I'm like, y'all trying to figure every way out of this.
Don't help me. You've found another character, but that character, you know, this is the inclusion character. So now you expect every black child in America to go buy this inclusion character. Elmo was just fine. Okay.
Everybody like Elmo.
I don't have an issue with Elmo. I ain't got no issue with Cookie Monster. I ain't got no issue with Big Bird. What I got an issue with,
I always thought that the Cookie Monster was black, though. I don't know why. But in my mind, Cookie Monster, he just seemed like he was cool and he liked his cookies.
That's what he did.
Sorry.
I like who I like, and you like who you like, which is all good. I don't need an extra character. What I need you to do is put some character in your company.
Or what they could have did if they really, you know what really helped? if you were found that man or whoever was in that outfit,
termination.
You're fired.
On the spot. Fire him in the middle of the parade.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, whoa, come here. Is you just not that child? Let me help you. Take that suit off. Go ahead. Go back to the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't finish the parade. Go back to the trailer. We gonna mark you down.
Did it right then.
Right then on the spot. It's something about.
You know how that would help out because of the fact of the matter, you wouldn't have got sued because hey, we fixed this right as it happened.
But
Like
also, no. Let's dive deeper. Okay, I got what I got.
how much time you got?
I'm gonna do this in a minute. One, the ladies tell you the issue, you do a cover up. No, that wasn't us. That ain't what happened. Then you turn around and be like, it's not our fault. She's basically you're misinterpreting the situation. He wasn't talking to that child. He was talking to the child behind him. The people came out and said, no. Wasn't no other child back there. That character didn't do that. You turn around and you say, well, we gonna do some, classes for our people to try to help them with the, understand. No. You can't. I can't teach you how not to be racist. I can't teach you that. You either not racist or you are racist. It ain't no character class that I can teach you. I just shouldn't have hired you. Which goes back to the question. Who was in the suit? Well, we don't know who was in the suit. So you don't know who you hired to put in that suit for that parade at that time.
You don't know who you paid. Who the check go to?
We can't do that. So now you want to throw another Band-Aid that we don't care about. Oh, we're going to give you a new character. Well, if you put that character in the parade and you put that same person who wore that last costume in that character costume in that parade, what do you think is going to happen? The exact same thing. I'm not hugging these black babies. You never fixed the problem. You heard what you wanted to hear. You never fixed it.
You put that Band-Aid over a deep wound.
Yeah, and wonder why it's still gushing.
Like, well, it's okay. We put a Band-Aid over it. You do realize the Band-Aid's filled up with blood now.
Yeah, the Band-Aid saturated and fell off. I got gangrene and about to get my leg amputated. You still telling me you fixed the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I wish corporations accepted that all the time.
Yeah,
hey,
but I guess it's that whole idea of people don't want to admit fault. They just want to make it go away.
Yeah.
Oh. So you trying to play me? You gonna make a new character and think we all are gonna jump on that one character because now we can make money off of it.
Bro, they hit you with the Nike. No disrespect to Nike. Cool beans by me. But what you gotta understand is all the jerseys in the NFL are made by who?
Nike.
So Kaepernick sitting here kneeling in a Nike jersey, and the people go out and say we gonna burn Nikes. Well, you gotta buy those Nikes to burn them. Then you turn right back around and you still supply the NFL with everything they need as far as uniforms and all that. On the back end,
yeah.
You put Kaepernick in your commercial, give him some little 5 minutes of fame, get the whole little statement, stand up for what you want to stand up and all that. And now you got the real people who buy stuff, because the majority of the people buying the clothes and the things that don't appreciate in value are black people. Yeah. So you increase the customer base on this end. And once this all goes away and the white man decides, hey, I still need to wear shoes. I'm not going to say the white man. The people who are against, people who are against being brutalized by the police, once they decide they need shoes again and this is all over and done with, just like COVID for the moment, they going to go and do what? Buy some Nikes.
Yeah.
And you got to buy a new pair. Why? Because you burned yours.
Yeah.
Foolishly.
Yeah.
That's what we said. You got something else? I'm finna close us out, man.
Yeah. Shout out Nate Price, Grit and Grind. He is a personal trainer. He's on Instagram and he's on Facebook. He really cares about his clients. He does a lot for his clients. He personally helps you out to meet your goals and success. Mm-hmm. Also, shout out Aretha. She's in Northeast Mall. She does body contouring, body sculpting, all those kind of things. She does it for men and women too. So check her out. She has her own storefront, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was a storefront. I thought it was one of them little kiosks." And then you got
then you go into the normal storefront, real deal.
Oh, she got so legit. Also, I'll let you go with yours.
Oh, you done?
Yeah.
You done?
Podcast.
Oh. State of Being, Mike talks games, talks life, combines them, he gives them to you. I think he's on Twitch right now. Tyler Bailey, luxury clothes, luxury guy, quality. D-Mac, he's a barber. Go see him. Also, yeah, shout out. Hey, I'm showing some love. It would be very difficult to do this podcast on a consistent basis if my daughter was running around. So I got a good solid net of family, including my mom and my brother, who assist me in that manner. Where
much respect.
Paige got somewhere to go. I just want to show some love and show some appreciation for that, because people don't know how much that assists you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey.
People with kids know.
Yeah,
if you got kids, you know. Man, when you get that little bit of time to do something that you're passionate about.
Trying to get this done. It's hard. Not saying that she's a burden in any way, but kids have needs, and I, as a father, I got to meet those needs even if the camera's on. So because they step in, I do appreciate that. And that shout out to my sister-in-law as well, because I know she's in that house. So my father, don't think I'm excluding y'all from the group. I just...
The whole Hunter family.
The Hunter clan. Shout out to Hunter clan. Shout out to Hunter clan. Something for the People is on YouTube. What I need you to do, I need you to like, subscribe, and if you really like what you got today, even if you have question that you want to ask somebody in reference to what we have said today, share the content. We're going to push it forward. We're going to push it into the stratosphere. In order to get to the YouTube, it is something. The number 4, DA, People. And I think it's podcast on the internet.
Yeah.
Podcast on the internet. Boom. Type that into your local YouTube. It's going to take you to our page. You've already seen this episode. If you like it, go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. And you can watch the additional content that we've been doing for a year plus now. You know what I'm saying?
We have a lot of content out here now.
Cost you nothing. Cost you nothing. We are also, like my friend here would say, Anchor supplies multiple streaming platforms when it comes to podcasts. So Stitcher, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, you name it, we there.
Yeah.
So you can find us on there. Find us on YouTube. At a certain point, I'm not exactly sure when. I thought it was going to happen sooner than now, but Facebook will inevitably stop the podcast division, according to the email that they sent us. I hope that wasn't spam or somebody fishing, but still, they said they was going to do that, so I'm going to go on what they said. They said they're going to turn us off at some point. With that in mind, find another platform where you can find us on. Like I said, all podcasting, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and use the TikTok and Instagram to ship you back to the YouTube, which is the entire show. And if you like snippets, we got people such as my friend DJ,
yes,
Jeremy. They giving you small little edits that, hey, you might just need a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of information throughout your day. So go ahead, like I said, like, share, subscribe. This has been something for the people.
Be easy, y'all.